since I was 5 years old, my mom had me believe that anything I do would make me sick. You go outside without a jacket, you get the flu. You go to bed with the fan on, pneumonia. God forbid you fall asleep with wet hair. You don't even wake up. That's it. You're dead. That's it. You're dead. That's fear-mongering, man. I'm not scared of anything anymore. I don't think I have any fear anymore. I used to watch that show, Fear Factor. You guys remember that show? Yeah, Joe Rogan hosted Fear Factor to make you face your fears, like jump off a helicopter, eat crazy shit like pig intestines and century egg. I ate that shit for breakfast. This is nothing to me. Fear is not a factor. When I was like 10 years old, little boy, I was very scared because there was this one kid, pretty sad story. In my class, he had childhood leukemia. And then he lost all his hair to chemo and everything, looking real frail. And I was really scared. I was like, oh my God, is he gonna be okay? And my mom, she's a great mother. She saw how scared I was. So she came up to console me. She was like, Jimmy, you see, this is what happens when you play too much video games. That's fear-mongering, okay? I never played a game of FIFA after that. My mom was like the original fake news. Good to see everyone here, man. I think collectively as people, we all been through a lot in the last few years, man. You know? And we made it out. We made it out. We're better for it, you know? I feel like I mentally aged like 20 years. Like the first day I walked outside, for some reason, I just walked out like an old Chinese man. I just came out of my house like this. I was wearing flip-flops and a puffer vest. My outfit made no sense. My feet were cold, chest sweat. My posture looked like shit, but I was still judging everyone. I was just like... I'm an old man now. I don't even like going outside anymore. All my friends, they back to normal, right? They're like, oh, Jimmy, you want to go to Coachella? I'm like, nah, no seats. That doesn't look fun to me. 6 hours standing in the desert? Fuck that. And you see all these kids like with their Instagram posts, you know, it's always like people just like jumping around, dancing, and then all these buff dudes got like girls on their shoulder. I'm like, dude, you're not even going to a concert, you're doing CrossFit. How's that fun? The only concert I've been to this year, I took my girlfriend to a Don McLean concert. Yeah, you guys know who that is? Yeah, a couple people, thank you. Don McLean, for you guys that don't know, sang the song Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Yeah, he's old as shit, dude. He's 77 years old, and so was his audience. It was my favorite concert I've ever been to. On a ticket, it says the show started at 8, started at 7:59. He didn't have an opener. You know, he just came on stage with a guitar and started singing. It was awesome. Nobody stood up to like obstruct my view because frankly, everyone had a bad hip. It's great. Still got home in time to watch the 10 o'clock evening news. That's my kind of evening, you know what I mean? I don't like going outside anymore. Too many crazy people, too many weirdos. One time I went to this dive bar in a military town, San Diego, big military town. I love my military, okay? But I think sometimes, but I think sometimes military people get a little too passionate. You know? Thank you. Exactly, my point right there. Thank you. I love military, but they're just too passionate. Like I was at a dive bar. This one military brother came up to me. He was just like, hey man, I want to buy you a drink. And I'm like, no, thank you. I can buy my own drink. Thank you. And he's like, no, I want to buy you a drink. So at this point, I thought either he wanted to take a selfie or he wanted to fuck me. So I'm like, no, sir, I think I can buy my own drink. And then he started telling me his whole life story. He's like, you don't understand. I want to buy you a drink because I was stationed in Okinawa for 4 years. And you guys have been nothing but nice to me. I'm like, you guys? Okinawa's in Japan, I'm Chinese, sir. And it's like, it doesn't matter, man, it doesn't even matter. I'm like, sir, I think it does matter, right? I'm pretty sure the only reason you were stationed in Japan was to keep an eye out on Chinese people like me. It does matter. He was like, it doesn't even matter, man. I still love pad thai, okay? Maybe that guy run into BTS on his next tour, who knows? My point of saying all of this is Asian people, we don't all look alike. We don't all sound alike. You know, we don't even do anything alike. We're just people, you know? Right? Like, everybody's different. Thank you, white lady. Thank you. Thank you, one white lady. Appreciate it. Thank you. She teaches magnet school down the street. A lot of Asian students. So tonight, I want to offer you guys an advanced lesson on how to tell Asian people apart, okay? Yeah, that's right. I'm so good at telling Asian people apart, I don't even need to look at you. I can tell you what kind of Asian somebody is by the sound they make when they're disappointed. Because disappointment is our strongest emotion. Whenever we get disappointed, our ancestor just comes out, and you can't hide that, you know? Like, for example, I'm Chinese. I know Chinese people very well, okay? When Chinese people get disappointed, we're just disgusted. We don't even want to look at you. When you disappoint a Chinese person, they're just like, oh, you, shh. Like they just walked into a smoky room and they gotta clear it, just like, shh. See, that's Chinese people. Japanese people, when Japanese people get disappointed, they just wanna know why. They ask you a question. When a Japanese person gets disappointed, they're just like, eh? Eh? And that's it. You can go disappoint a Korean person. I wouldn't recommend that. This Korean brother might fuck you up, okay? Korean people are intense, they're ready to fight. But they're my favorite type of people because they're very emotionally honest. A Korean person will let you know when they're disappointed. They're real guttural with it, you know what I mean? When you disappoint a Korean person, they're like, ooh! But they're still very Asian, so they're still real polite. They'll thank you with that. And they're like, oi, shiba입니다. I don't even speak Korean. But I watch Squid Games. You know what I mean? Love that show. See, that's great representation. #1 TV show in the world, man. And they just spoke their native tongue. That's representation right there, man. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. That's right. That's right. But I'm most proud of the fact that I finally have an easy Halloween costume. Some of you guys don't understand the struggle for an Asian guy when it comes to Halloween. Our outfits are limited. I was Bruce Lee for 6 years. But this last year, I had the best Halloween costume. All I did, I went to Amazon, got like a matching like tracksuit, put 3 numbers on my chest, and I found myself an Indian friend. It was such a great Squid Game costume. Somebody came up to me. He's like, oh my God, you look just like the girl in Squid Games. It's like, oh, Shiba! Mida. Proud of all the representation out there, man. That's right. Have you guys seen the show Silicon Valley? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was my first big break, man. I was so grateful to be a part of that show. But that was a few years ago, and I always felt like I was the only Asian person representing, right? I felt so much weight on my shoulder. Like every year, we got very lucky. We get nominated for an Emmy, so we get to go to a great ceremony. But every year we knew we were gonna lose. Because all the good shows have front row seats, you know? Veep, Game of Thrones are all here. We're way the fuck in the back by the exit sign. But it's okay. Win or lose, I was there to represent. I made sure I made my round, say hi to everyone, so they know there's Asian presence, you know? That's right. So one year, one year, after we lost, everybody left, I walked down the front row to say hi to some of my favorite actors. And I saw some of them. I'm like, oh my God, that's Amelia Clark. That's Khaleesi. That's Jon Snow over there, you know? And then there's Rachel Brosnahan. Do you guys know who she is? Yeah. I love her. She plays the marvelous Miss Maisel. Great show, right? It's an awesome show. And I did a movie with her a few years ago, so I decided to say hi. I was like, oh my God, Rachel, it's so great to see you. Congratulations on everything. And she was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, okay, she probably just forgot who I was. I'm like, look, we did a movie like 6 years ago called Patriots Day. You were awesome in that movie. I just want to congratulate you on everything you've done so far. And she was like, oh, yeah, sure. And I'm like, oh, really? Is the marvelous Miss Maisel a bitch? But I wasn't gonna act out of pocket. I was there to represent. So I was very nice. I was just like, oh, it's okay. You just don't remember. Anyways, I just want to congratulate you for all the nominations on Marvelous Miss Maisel. You're awesome. And she was like, oh, I'm not Rachel Brosnahan. I'm Evan Rachel Wood from Westworld. And I was like, holy shit, I'm the racist person here. I think all white people look alike. Everybody in the front row was judging me. Jon Snow was staring me down. I'm like, you're a bastard, you can't even stare. And I didn't know what to do, right? I was profusely sweating. My face was flush red. So I was just like, oh my God, I am so sorry. But either way, it's so nice to meet you. My name is Aquafina. And then I got a girlfriend now. Thank you. I love her very much, man. She's an amazing person. She's very successful. My girlfriend's a venture capitalist. Yeah, fucking jackpot, right? You know? It's great, it's great. For you guys that don't know what a venture capital means, it means that I'm the poorest person she knows. And what that really means is I'm her sugar baby. So it's great. That's right, that's right. See that brother high-fiving his girl? Appreciate you, man. Fellow sugar baby, come on. That's right, that's right. I love her, man. I'm trying to be a better boyfriend. I'm new to this like boyfriend stuff, right? I used to take everything so personally. Like every time we get into a fight, I'm like, babe, why are you mad at me? I'm the perfect boyfriend. Wrong answer. Fellas, if your girl's mad at you, you can't take that shit personally because it's not even about you. She doesn't even know what she's mad about. You just happen to be there, you know what I mean? You're a victim of circumstance, man. So it's not your job to engage in an argument, it's your job to diffuse the situation. You gotta jujitsu that shit until you get to the bottom of the real problem. Like the other week, she was mad at me about something. She was like, babe, I feel like we don't even like go on date nights anymore. I'm like, okay. I hear you. But what's really going on? And she was like, well, sometimes I feel like you like hanging out with your buddies more than you like hanging out with me. And I'm like, okay. I hear you. But what's really going on? And then she takes a deep breath. And she was like, remember last week on my birthday? Heather brought a cousin and she didn't even know my name. I was like, see, that's your problem right there. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Heather's cousin's a bitch, you know? Fuck her, man. Let's focus our energy on her. I'm trying to be a better communicator, man. My girl always wants me to talk about my feelings. She's like, babe, I wish you'd talk about your feelings more. I'm like, I feel fine. What more do you want me to say? I don't know. I'm not that emotionally involved. I don't know what else. I'm fine. But don't keep asking me that, because the 5th time you ask me that, I might not be fine. The 5th time you ask me that shit, some dark shit is gonna come out. It's like, babe, how are you feeling? I don't know, I'm angry all the time. Because my dad yelled at me after ping pong practice. See, guys and girls, we're just different, man. Girls are so emotionally evolved. You know, we even hang out different. One night I came home early, my girl was having a girls' night at the house. I've never seen anything like that. The TV was off. 7 girls sitting in a circle, making direct eye contact with each other. Every candle in the house was lit. And I walked by, I'm like, what is this witchcraft? And I just backed into my own room. Fellas, we hang out different. Guys, when we hang out, we sit in a straight line. TV on full blast. 0 eye contact with each other. My girl came home early. She was so confused. She was like, babe, you guys didn't talk for like 6 hours. I'm like, yeah, isn't that fucking awesome? That's us. That's guys. But in a relationship, it's important to speak the same language. My girl asked me, she was like, babe, what's your love language? I'm like, what? She's like, you know, your love language. Like, how do you convey love to your partners and loved ones? Like, for example, a love language could be words of affirmation. I'm like, words of affirmation? I was raised by Asian parents. I've never heard one word of affirmation in my life. Nobody ever told me, Jimmy, you're so great, you can do it. They're like, don't fuck it up. Their love language was verbal abuse. I'm trying to figure out my love languages. Physical touch, right? It's another love language. Nobody touched me until I was 22. I'm not familiar with that. What are some other love languages? I like every woman just screaming out at their partner. Acts of service! Gift giving! I think gift giving is a good one, okay? I love giving gifts to my girl. She loves giving gifts to me. We love that, right? Like, for example, I love buying my girl shoes. She loves shoes, and we wear the same shoe size. The perfect gift for the whole family, you know what I mean? These are her shoes tonight, you know? It's me perfect. That's right. And in return, I let her wear all of my Jordans. Yeah, guys, you guys know that's love. Because Jordans, to guys, that's our most prized possession. If we let you slip into our Jordans, that's like you letting us slip in to you. You know? Same thing. But sometimes I get a little nervous because her feet's a little dirty, okay? And she's a white girl, so her feet extra dirty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. White people, I don't know what the fuck you guys do with your feet all day. You guys just barefoot all the time, frolicking around like Jenny from Forrest Gump, you know? White people, you guys got some strong-ass feet, man. Just 120 degrees outside, hot cement, just like psst. Y'all got some hunter-gatherer feet. See, every culture, we got different feet etiquette, all right? White people want to get in touch with Mother Earth. That's great. Black people, on the other hand, I lived with a black roommate for 6 years. Never saw his toes once. He came out the shower with socks on, man. I'm like, what the? You got a sock drawer on there, brother? Asian people, you guys know the rule. When you come into the house, you take your shoes off, right? You're like, we all know that. Yeah. But our feet actually never touch the floor. Because when you take your shoes off at the house, we got 2 pair of house shoes ready for you. And then when you walk outside, we got 2 pair of Crocs ready for you. And then when you come back in the bedroom, we got 2 other pair of slippers that we stole from a hotel in Vegas. We're ready. Our feet never touch the floor. We got baby soft feet. I think Asian people, our most natural love language is acts of service, right? That's what our parents did to us. They might never say, I love you, but they did a lot of nice things for us. Every night. I don't care how busy my parents were. They'll come home and make a 5-course meal. That's love right there, right? You gotta give it up for them. You gotta give it up. That's right. In our culture, food is love. I love cooking for my girl. We love cooking together. Food is love. That's why I hate watching all these reality cooking shows where they make food so freaking stressful. Like all these guys with aggressive tattoos and they're just sweating in the kitchen. They're like, yes, chef, yes, chef. 2 minutes, it's still raw. And they're just making fucking scallops. There's 2 items on the menu and they can't even handle that shit. You go to any Chinese restaurant, there's about 485 items on the menu. And there's one dude back there in the kitchen. He's not even a chef, he's somebody's uncle from Hong Kong. And he knows how to make everything in under 30 seconds. That guy's the real hero, you know what I mean? In a relationship, I think it's important to know how you convey love, but it's just as important to know how you receive love. You gotta be vulnerable and let your partner do nice things for you. See, I'm not very good at that. I'm terrible at like directly asking for things that I want. So instead, I just drop little hints. That's called being passive aggressive. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like for example, I love watching these YouTube videos of Japanese housewives making bento boxes. It's very nice, very cute. It's like a little ASMR, you know? And it's just really nice. This Japanese woman wakes up at 6 a.m. every day to make her working husband a bento box. But I can't ask my venture capitalist girlfriend to make me a bento box. I'm not an idiot, I'm a sugar baby. I know my role. So instead of asking her directly, I just drop little hints. Like we'll be sitting on the couch together. I just pull out my phone and pretend I accidentally stumbled onto this video. I'm like, oh, what is this? Bento boxes? Oh my God, it's so cute. What is that, like a rice ball shaped like a panda? Look. Wow, so she makes this every day for him? Wow, she must love him so much. I thought I was being slick until she came out to one of my shows and she heard this joke. And she was really upset, man, and rightfully so. I was just up here talking shit, right? We went home, we got into a big fight. She was like, babe, that's bullshit, okay? If you want me to do something, why don't you just ask me directly? And if you really want somebody to make you bento boxes, why don't you just go find a Japanese woman? I'm like, babe, I'm sorry you feel that way, okay? But I think you're missing the point. You don't have to be Japanese to make bento boxes. That's right. So now I'm making her bento boxes every day. That's how I show my love. You gotta love the people around you. You gotta be nice to the people around you. Your partner, your family, your friends. You gotta keep your day ones around, man. You know, everybody when I was coming up in the game, they gave me this advice. They're like, hey, Jimmy, you wanna be successful? Hang out with successful people. Because birds of a feather flock together. That's right, man. That's right. You guys heard this before, right? It's fucking bullshit, okay? Successful people are so boring. I hung out with successful people. They got a successful job. They got a successful family. They don't have time to hang out with your mediocre ass. So my real advice to everyone is to find yourself more loser friends. That's right. That's right. That's right. See some of you guys clapping. The ones that are not, you're probably the loser friend, which is fine. I love you. I love you. I love all my friends, man. All my day ones. I used to live in a 1-bedroom apartment with 3 comedians. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. I was proud of that. It was all good. They still my close friends. One of my best friends, his name is Guam Felix. Yeah, he's a comedian. He's named after the island he was born on, Guam. Like, you know you kind of hood when you name after the island you were born on. Like if I came out tonight and they introduced me as Hong Kong Jimmy, I'll probably be selling drugs outside, you know what I mean? But Guam's one of my greatest friends, man. He's just a good dude. He's just a happy-go-around guy, you know? He crashed in my living room for months. And I asked him, like, hey, Guam, you got any plans? You gonna go get a job or something? He was like, nah, dog. I'm gonna get on that government disability, homie. And I'm like, okay, are you disabled? He was like, yeah, I think so, dog. I threw out my back when I was 19, homie. And I'm like, okay, you're 42 right now. I don't think that's gonna work out for you. I hate watching Celebrity Family Feud because they always make the celebrity choose a charity and donate money. I'm like, some of us want to keep our money, man. And look, I know I sound like a bad person, okay? But I love helping people. I love the concept of donating money. I just can't do it. I want to, but my mom wouldn't let me. Every time I even just think about donating money, she comes out of nowhere. She's like, who are you donating to? I'm like, Mom, I don't know, like Save the Children Foundation? She's like, you don't even know those children. Children can be horrible. Okay, fine, Mom, I'll donate to help the hospitals, like feedahospital.com, to help out all the nurses and doctors. And she was like, okay, Jimmy, okay. The doctors make more money than you. They should donate to you, okay? I make a website at feedacomedian.com right now. She just guilt trips me, you know? You donate to anyone, you donate to me. I give a birth to you, okay? Can you imagine I'm on Family Feud? Steve's like, Jimmy, what charity are you playing for? Feedacomedian.com. All proceeds go to my mom. My mom's so tight with my money, she wouldn't even let me buy her something nice. For her last birthday, I bought her a nice iPad, brand new iPad. I thought I was a good Asian son, right? And my mom's like, oh no, it's too expensive. I'm like, Mom, it's okay, we can afford it. Just enjoy the iPad. She was like, no, Jimmy, please return it. Return it and just give me the cash. We're practical. It's about the bottom line. See, we live in a very frivolous society, man. Everybody loves to brag about how much shit they have, how much money they make. We all brag, we're all guilty of this. We all just do it in subtle, different ways. Like white people, for example. White people never brag about how much money they got. They always just brag about how expensive their life is. Like, oh, Joey just started private school. It's so expensive. And our remodel is totally going over budget. Oh, and you wouldn't believe how much money we spent going to Fiji. I'm like, okay, Katie, I see your life, okay? It's a luxurious, good for you, okay. Black people, on the other hand, a lot more straightforward. Black people just tell you exactly how much money they spent on something. It's great. You guys see it, like my black friends or even like rappers, right? They love to brag. They're like, this car, 80,000. My mama's house, 500,000. This chain, $1 million, man. I'm like, okay, you clearly don't have your priorities straight. But I appreciate the honesty. People love to brag about how much money they spend. Asian people, on the other hand, we do the exact opposite. We love to brag about how little money we spent on some shit. Because the art is in the savings. You never pay full price. Like my mom, her catchphrase is, guess how much? Guess how much? Yeah, that's our people. You guys ever play Guess How Much? My mom would come home with something new, like a watch. She would be like, Jimmy, guess how much? Guess how much? I'm like, Mom, I don't know, it's a very nice watch, like $5,000. And she was like, no, it's $200. Jimmy, my house, this house, guess how much? Guess how much? I'm like, Mom, I don't know, you live in a very nice house, like $1 million? She was like, no, it's half off, someone died in it. And if you know the rules of the game, you always guess high. so you make the other person feel good about their purchases. Never guess too low. If you ever guess too low, that's the ultimate insult to an Asian person, okay? One time my mom came home with some new shoes. I guessed too low. I've never seen her so disappointed in me. She was like, Jimmy, guess how much? Guess how much? I'm like, Mom, I don't know, very nice shoes, like $200. She was like, oh, yo. Do you even know about shoes? These are $500 Jimmy shoes, okay? Better Jimmy than you. I want to give you guys a quick update on my dad. Yeah. Richard Oyang, yeah, the superstar of the family. Yeah. I talked about him in my last special. He became an actor, right? Yeah. Not because he loves the art. It's because it's so easy. You can do it. I can. But now he's doing great. He's very successful, okay? He got his whole life turned around. He got out of retirement. He's a full-time actor now. And now he wants to be an influencer. He just started his own IG account, which is just a nightmare. Because old people, I feel like they mean well, okay? Like my dad, he means well, but he just doesn't know how it works. Like his first post on Instagram was a very nice post. A beautiful picture of the sky, palm trees, birds flying by. I'm like, oh, this is nice. And I scrolled down to the caption, and he wrote, all lives matter. I'm like, Dad, what the fuck, man? Like, you don't even know what that means. Why would you write that? It was like, I know. My life will matter. Your life will matter. The person's life will matter, okay? All life will matter. I'm like, that is not what it means. I made him put his account on private, okay? Just like a good tiger parent would. Because we know the rules, like young people, we see through the scams of Instagram, right? Like, for example, I follow Sports Center. I understand the first 100 comments are all bots. They're all fake, right? Because there's always some IG booty model saying some stupid shit like, I want something long and hard. I'm like, this is obviously a scam. So one time I clicked on it. Just to see what's going on, you know what I mean? Research. I just want to see it. I just want to get to the bottom of it. So I clicked on it. I was like, oh, this is obviously a scam. It's this girl. She's following 7,000 people, but she only has one follower. And I clicked on one follower. It was my dad. He's like, my life will matter. Her life matters too, okay? My dad just from a different generation. He has like a weird beauty standard. Like for us, we just say things on very surface level, just like, oh, this person's attractive, this person's not, right? My dad would get into the weeds. My dad would give you all the weird details. He would be like, oh, she's beautiful. Very long arms. I'm like, what are you recruiting for a linebacker? What are you talking about? I can never get a pulse on who he thinks is attractive or not, right? One time I'm like, Dad, oh, she's really good looking. And my dad was like, no. Her mouth's too close to her nose. She cannot breathe. She cannot breathe. I see some of you guys look at your partner and it's like, is my nose too close? And that's exactly what an Asian parent does to you, you know? Make you self-conscious about shit you didn't even know about. I was very nervous to introduce my girlfriend to my dad. Because she's absolutely beautiful. But who knows if her wingspan is long enough for his life. I was so nervous, man. The first time I brought my girlfriend to my dad's house, and to his credit, I want to give him credit, he actually didn't say anything crazy. Because for some reason, when an old Chinese person sees white people, they just start acting right. Like his posture changed and stood upright. And for some reason, he just came up with a British accent. Like me and my girlfriend walked in the house, he didn't say anything crazy. He just looked at us, he was like, oh. Prosperous young couple. And my girlfriend was so confused. It's like, why does your dad sound like Helen Mirren? And I start saying all these nice things about my girl. I'm like, oh, Dad, yeah, she's very successful, but she's also very nice. And her family, they're just great people. And my dad was like, good. All lives matter. I love my dad, man. I love my dad. He's a great dad. He's a funny guy, And we did a lot of father and son bonding growing up. Like, for example, I'm a big basketball fan. I love watching the NBA. Yeah. Actually, I grew up a Los Angeles Clippers fan. Yeah. Because my dad was cheap, okay? Because the Lakers and the Clippers play in the same stadium, but the Clippers tickets were half price. So my dad's like, never pay full price. Never. That wasn't even the most embarrassing part. The most embarrassing part was when we exited the stadium. When we exited Staples Center, there'll be hot dog street vendors out there, right? Latino brothers selling bacon wrapped hot dogs for $5. I love those things. And my dad would go up and haggle with them. He would go up and be like, okay, I give you $5 for 2 hot dogs. And I'm like, Dad, it's not buy one, get one free at Costco. Just give him $10. He was like, shh, never pay full price. Okay. I'll give you $8 for 2 hot dogs, final offer. And the guy didn't care, he's like, no, it's $10. And then my dad, this is a strategy, he just announces in front of everyone, make sure everyone hears him. He's like, okay, we walk away. I'm like, Dad, I don't care. I don't think he cares if you walk away. Don't walk away, I'm hungry. He's like, Jimmy, it's better to be hungry than to pay full price. And then my mom comes up behind us with 4 hot dogs. And she was like, guess how much? Thank you, guys.
I love all Asian people, man. Yeah. All Asian people are the best. But why are all old Asian people always stretching in the park? Like, it doesn't matter which city and which park you go to. You wake up 6:30 in the morning. You see about 250 old Asian people all doing this shit at the same time. For like 3 hours. Like, what the fuck are they doing? And my dad was trying to explain to me, he's like, oh, they're warming up to do Tai Chi. I'm like, for how long? And ironically, Tai Chi is a warm-up in itself. So they're warming up to warm up for nothing. And I think to a lot of Americans, like, people think that Tai Chi is some like exotic Chinese secret, some oriental art. No, Tai Chi is just exercise for people who are too old to exercise. You gotta take advantages of all these like Asian stereotypes, If people's gonna exoticize us, that's fine. Whenever somebody asks me to do something I don't wanna do, I just make up a fake Chinese holiday now. It's like, hey, Jimmy, can you help me move next Monday? I'm like, Monday? That's the Dragon Boat Lychee Boba Festival, dog. I can't just help you move. My grandfather died for that shit, you understand? And if people's gonna assume that I don't speak English, that's fine. That's what I do now when I get pulled over by the cops. I just pretend I don't speak English. Haven't gotten a ticket in 5 years. Last time I got pulled over, the cop was knocking on my window. He's like, sir, you do understand you can't make a right turn here. It says right there in the sign you can't make a right turn. So I just looked up at him. I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm sorry, but the English is not very good, so I cannot read the sign. And he was really confused. He just looked back down at me. He was like, sir, the sign is not in English. It's a diagram, so I don't understand how that's a language barrier. So I just looked up at him. I was like, oh, I don't know. But do you know today is the Dragon Ball Lychee? Like, I'm like quasi-famous now. Nothing's really changed. I might get a free appetizer at select PF Chang's. That's about it. Nothing's really changed. I was still using Tinder up until like a year ago. This is a true story. But now I realize I got a whole new set of issues on Tinder. Like now when I do match with a girl, she doesn't believe that it's me. Like, that's not you. You're not that guy from this thing and that thing. I'm like, who the fuck is using me as a fake profile? You gotta dig real deep to use me, man. I feel like there's so many better choices out there. Shit. I was born in Hong Kong. Any Hong Kong people? A couple of us? Awesome, man. For you guys that haven't been following the news, Hong Kong is a part of Japan. I'm joking, obviously. But I said the same shit in Kansas City, and people were like, really? Wow, we learned something new today, Bill. I did a show in Kansas City. I don't know why either. People are very nice in Kansas City. I'm not gonna say like they're racist or anything like that, but they're just like curious. Like they're watching me like they're watching an episode of National Geographic. And a pack of giraffe just ran by. And they're like, oh, never seen one of those in real life. Looks majestic. This one kid in Kansas City came up to me after the show. Very nice kid. This is what he said. He was like, Jimmy, thought you were really funny, man. I don't mean to offend you. That's when you know you're about to get offended. It's like, I don't mean to offend you, but when I first saw your poster, I thought you were gonna play the violin. I was like, I do, motherfucker, just not right now. Shit. Keep it a secret. My real name is Man Xing. In Cantonese, Man Sing. It stands for 10,000 success. Yeah. I had very ambitious parents. And now I'm telling dick jokes and doing Tai Chi on stage. So. Jimmy was just kind of like an arbitrary English name that just sounded easy. And my dad, he named himself Richard. I was like, Dad, why'd you name yourself Richard? He was like, because I want to be rich. It makes so much sense. And then they named my older brother Roger after the James Bond actor Roger Moore. Yeah, but my brother hated that name. He was like, man, it makes me sound like an old white guy. So eventually he changed his own name to Roy. So now he sounds like an older white guy. And now his full name is Roy Roger, which is the oldest white guy to ever white. I grew up very stereotypically, man. I didn't play basketball, football. I grew up playing ping pong. Competitively. That was a serious national sport back home, man. You know, I didn't go to any like fun summer camp, space camp. My dad sent me to a ping pong training camp in Guangzhou, China. I almost died. It was 100 kids competing for one spot on the national team. It was basically Fortnite with ping pong paddles. We took that shit seriously though. My dad would take me to every practice, every tournament game, and he always tried to give me a pep talk before every game. But you know Asian parents, they're way too honest. So every pep talk just turned into an insult. Like he'll come up to me and be like, Jimmy, you're going to play well, okay? Even though you're slow, even though you're weak, and you suck. And then he would just walk away. I was very good at math. That's a big Asian stereotype. I think there's some truth to that. Not because of some weird genetic thing, just because our parents care so much more about mathematics and academics, right? You guys seen it? You guys seen those like Kumon learning centers in those strip malls, right? Kumon learning centers, for you guys that don't know, are basically detention camps for young Asian children. You can tell that place is kind of fucked up by the look of its logo. Because it's supposed to be a smiley face, but it's not really smiling. It's just like, man. My parents were way too cheap to send me to Kumon. They got a different strategy. They never let me use a calculator until I turned 15, so I can work on my brain function. That's an old school Chinese strategy. You know, so when I turned 15, it was a very special occasion. It was basically my quinceañera. My dad just gave me a TI 83 plus. And he looked me in the eyes and he was like, "You're a woman now, okay?" But when you're a kid, when your parents tell you can't do something, what do? You rebel, right? So when I was 14 years old, I stole my brother's calculator. I stole Roy Rogers' calculator. And I locked myself in my room and I started rebelling. I started doing math homework. Other kids were like fucking around with like alcohol and drugs. I was fucking up some problems, you know? Locked myself in a room. I was just punching in numbers. I was like, oh man, this feels great, you know? It's so wrong. It's awesome. My dad was pissed. He was knocking the other side of the door. He doesn't like locked doors in the house. And he was screaming. He was like, Jimmy, what are you doing inside? Come out right now. I know you're in there using a calculator. Come out right now. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. And he unlocked the door and he came in. I went into full panic mode. So I just threw away the calculator and I pulled down my pants. I was like, Dad, I was just jerking off. And he came in and he looked at me and then he looked at the math homework. And he was like, good, very good, very good, very good. You must have really like math. That's good. That's good. Keep it up. Because there's nothing that will make your Asian father more proud than to see his son jerk off to his math homework. I grew up very stereotypically, man. But all these things, playing the violin, being good at math, my names, those things weren't stereotypes when I was growing up in Hong Kong because everybody was Asian. Everyone was good at math. It didn't become a stereotype until I came to this country when I was 13 years old, and I automatically became the weird foreign kid. Like, I didn't really even know how to speak English. I learned English how you guys will learn Spanish, just on paper. But if I would have dropped you off in Mexico when you're 13 years old, you would have died. I was a very confused kid, man. First day of school, everybody's standing up, putting their right hand to chest, doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, did I just join a cult? What the First day of school, this girl came up to me. She was like, hey, what's up? I didn't know what that meant, so I just looked up. I was a very confused kid. All these little customs I wasn't used to. Like the first day of PE class. First day of PE class, we had to change in our gym clothes. I've never done that. Everybody was wearing boxers, and I was still wearing tighty whities. And this kid, this bully next to me, he was being real mean. He was like, hey, look, the Asian kid's wearing tighty whities. That's gay. And I was like, oh, really? Is that what it means? I had no idea. And I put on my gym shorts, but my mom had bought me gym shorts that was my exact size and extra small. So that wasn't very cool because it came down mid-thigh. And apparently back in the day, that was called a John Stockton. And the same kid next to me, that bully next to me, he's like, hey, look at it. Hey, don't wear your pants like that. Pull your pants down, man. Pull your pants down. And I was like, who's the gay one now? But I didn't know what to do. Everybody was looking at me, and this kid kept saying, pull your pants down. So I was like, oh, shit. I've seen Shawshank Redemption. Maybe it's just how it works in America. So I start pulling down my shorts all the way down to my knees, all the way down to my ankle. And that same kid, the bully next to me, is like, hey, what are you doing? Don't pull them down all the way. That's gay. And I'm like, what is not gay in this country? And apparently this other kid next to me, he's like, hey, don't pull them down all the way. Just sag them a little bit. Just sag your pants. And I didn't know what sagging your pants meant. Apparently that's a cool hip hop thing, to pull your pants down halfway down your butt. So you show everybody your asshole. And apparently that's the only not gay way to wear your pants in America. I had no idea. I don't know if you guys know this, but I came from an acting family. But it's not really like Angelina Jolie and Jon Voight. I guess I'll be Angelina Jolie in that equation. My dad is also an actor, but he started acting after I did. Because he was like, it's so easy, you can do it. I can. Okay. I'm like, that, fine. If you think my life's so easy, why don't you go to some open call auditions and you understand how hard it is, how much rejection I face every day at my job. He was like, okay. And he went to all these auditions and he started booking everything. It's a true story. He got on this show in China, in mainland China, called Little Daddy, Xiao Baba. 500 million people watched that show. It's like the Big Bang Theory of China, and Richard blew up. And he was like, this isn't easy, I don't know. My plan completely backfired. And my aunt in Shanghai, she watched the show, and she would call the house in LA, and she's like, congratulations, Richard. You're such a good actor. Did your son teach you how to act? And he's like, no, I'm a natural. Oh, that's very good. You and your son, same business, you know? You two are very funny. He's like, no, Jimmy's not a funny. And I'm like, that's bullshit, okay? You got one good role, good for you, I'm happy for you, but you're not a real actor yet. Real actors, we gotta cry, we gotta laugh. Do you even know how to cry in front of camera? He was like, yes, I just think about how much you suck at ping pong. Needless to say, I grew up with low self-esteem because I was raised by Asian parents. My dad's not even the worst, my mom's much worse. Have you guys ever hung out with old Asian ladies? Old Asian ladies will tell you exactly what the fuck is wrong with your face. As if they're trying to do you a favor. I go to my mom's house, the first thing she says, she's like, Jimmy, oh yo. Oh yo. Why is your face so fat? Your clothes look homeless. And your hair. Oh yo. It's a gay. No. Sometimes it's like embarrassing for me to go hang out with my mom, you know, because Asian people, we just got a different custom, you know. Like my mom, when she goes shopping, she doesn't buy shit she needs. She just buys shit because it's a good deal. One time I brought a full price shirt home, $20, and she was like, "Was it a full price? No, it's a bad deal." I was like, "Mom, it's only $20." It's like, "Yes, $20 if you're stupid." She goes to Ross and she freaks out because everything's a great deal. She's like, "Jimmy, you should buy this. You should buy, this is a good deal. This is a good deal." I'm like, "Mom, that's a double XL shirt, okay? And it says Obey on it. I'm not gonna fucking wear that." And she's like, "It's okay, 50% off. Someday it will fit, okay?" If you want a good deal, you follow the old Asian people, right? You go to Costco, you see a sea of old Asian people because you know everyone's getting a great deal. Nobody's getting ripped off. You go to Whole Foods, never seen one old Asian motherfucker in my life. I know I make fun of my parents, but at the end of the day, I love them very much. I think we all do, right? But Asian people, we don't ever say I love you to each other. That's just not our thing. One time I got high and I called my mom. I was like, "Mom, I just want to tell you, Mom, I love you." And you can hear her start like crying on the other side of the line. She was like, "Oh, Jimmy, do you have a cancer?" We just got different ways of showing love. Like when I see my grandmother, I don't give her a hug. I just give her a solid handshake. We're not about that hugging, and Asian grandmas, they're the best. You give her a handshake, she's like a vending machine. You give her a handshake, out comes a red envelope. And you gotta pretend you don't want that shit. You're like, no, please. Okay, thank you. That's just how we show love. My dad still calls me like 20 times a day just to check up on me. It's annoying, but I understand that's how he shows love. I was talking to my friend here, and he was like, "Oh, I haven't talked to my dad in 3 weeks." I'm like, "What, is he in jail?" He was like, no, I live with him. I just haven't talked to him in 3 weeks. I'm like, you do understand, if I don't call my dad back in 3 hours, he's gonna call 911. 911, what's your emergency? My son is dead. It's like, sir, is everything okay? Is your son dead? He's like, no, but he's dead to me. Okay, bye. That's just how we show love. My parents, they've been married for 38 years. Yeah, 38 years. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. 38 years. One time I asked my dad, I was like, Dad, after 38 years, do you still love Mom? And he was like, love? Your mom married me to escape communist China. It's not love, it's a good deal. That's how we show love, people. I've been in this country for almost 20 years now. I think I feel every bit American. But I think other people still don't see that. As an Asian American, a lot of times people see you as Asian before they ever see you as American. Even still till today, whenever I tell people I'm from Hong Kong, this is always the first thing they say. They're like, oh yeah? You from Hong Kong? Yeah, dude, from Hong Kong, yeah. Ni hao. Like, do you think that's impressive or something? I don't understand the mindset behind that. You coming up to me to say ni hao, it's like me coming up to you guys after the show. I'm like, oh, you guys from here? Yeah, y'all from here? Hi. It's not impressive. It's annoying. It's stupid. I don't even like going to Chinese restaurants with some of my friends anymore, because this is what they do to me every time. They're like, Jimmy, you speak Chinese? You speak Chinese? Yeah. Order in Chinese, bro. They're gonna hook it up. Order in Chinese? Bro, order in Chinese, bro. I'm like, bro, we're Panda Express. She's Mexican. Like, what? Her name tag says Consuela. That's not Mandarin or Cantonese. Nothing has really changed, you know? Like about 10 years ago, I went on a college trip to Tijuana, Mexico, because that's just what a good American college student would do. And the thing is, walking into Mexico from the US, they don't check anything. There's just a big revolving door. You walk right in. They don't even check your ID. It's easier to get into Mexico than a Costco. You just walk in. And that's it. But coming back was a totally different story. Coming back from Mexico to the US, there's no more revolving doors. Now it's a concrete windowless tunnel with guards with M16 machine guns. And I was super nervous being an immigrant and all. And my college buddy Ian next to me, he was like, Jimmy, don't worry, man. Just tell them you're American. They let you right through. I'm like, easy for you to say, Ian. Ian walks up, he gets through, no problem. I walk up, the first thing they ask me, they're like, sir, are you an American citizen? I was like, yes. But I forgot one very minor detail, that I wasn't. I was still an immigrant on a green card, and I wasn't a full-on citizen yet. Next thing you know, I was detained in this 10 by 10 box, and they started interrogating me. They're like, sir, why did you lie about your American citizenship? I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm drunk and I really wasn't trying to lie. My friend in front of me told me to tell you I was American, so that's just what I did. It was a knee-jerk reaction. He was like, well, was he American? I was like, well, his name is Ian, so probably. And then the officer was like, sir, you do understand this is a very serious offense. We could deport you for this. I was like, deport me? I didn't even know that was an option. What was I gonna do back in Hong Kong? Restart my ping pong career? That ship has sailed, man. So I was like, sir, please don't deport me. I'm just drunk, stupid college student. I'm every bit American. I can recite you every single Jay-Z lyric if you want me to. I'm in 3 fantasy football leagues. If that's not American, I don't know what is. And I got very lucky. This is what he said. He was like, look, kid, you got lucky. We're not gonna deport you today, okay? But just don't ever do that again, or we send you back to where you came from. And this motherfucker was Asian. I was like, where I came from? We came from the same place, dog. I think I saw you at my uncle's wedding 2 years ago. Why are you gonna throw me under the bus? That guy definitely watched The Great Wall many times.